Hey, good afternoon. This is Spirit Journey. Today, this is my second video that I did today pertaining to the former president of the NAACP in Washington State. I forget the name of the city in Washington State, but she had resigned. Um, she um, she is her parents are white Americans, and her biological parents are white, and she was raised. Well, her parents did adopt three or four African American children, and she did also marry a black man, and she does have a child from that union. So she does have um, experience in dealing with black people. The controversy surrounding her is that she uh, um, told people, at least on the application, this form that she wrote, that she was of mixed heritage, white, black, and Native American, and she had gotten a job in the NAACP. I think this past November, last year, and so that she was doing, she performed well on the job, but that she, her pretending to be of a particular group, a racial slash ethnic group that she's not a member of. Her parents, I don't know whether the parents notified um, the news regarding her, the television regarding her, but they were interviewed at some point. I don't know how the media found out about the her true identity, but the parents showed the girl's birth certificate and that they were the biological parents, and pictures of her when she was a child, and she was a very fair-skinned Caucasian woman with blue eyes and freckles and blonde, very straight hair. And she uh, did marry a black man, and I think sometime around 2007, she slowly started to um, personify herself or carry herself as a person of mixed black heritage, and she started to wear curly hairstyles that some black women wear. She was putting extensions in her hair, and what else? Also makeup. She started wearing darker makeup, and she also taught African American studies. I think she might be um, in charge of the teaches African American studies at university level in Washington State. So she was very much emotionally interested in this in our community, black community. But when the parents were interviewed and a news reporter, a white news reporter, um, interviewed her on camera, um, the woman had claimed that someone was sending death threats to her for some reason. I'm not sure what the reason was. Whether um, it was hearsay regarding her true racial identity, and that they were angry at the fact. That I'm not 100% sure on. But one thing at that news reporter interview, the news reporter showed a picture to her and said, "Is this your father?" And she said, "Yes, that's my black father." And then the news reporter said, "Are you African American?" And she had this kind of like blank look, and then said, "Why? I don't understand your question." And she eventually walked away from the news reporter when the news reporter then asked, "Are your parents um, actually white. And she walked off the camera. And I believe that interview was what really alarmed people to question her true identity. And so I was watching other videos, video responses to that video and about the news that I think she actually resigned from her position. And I thought it was interesting that, well, my impression, thinking a couple of hours after the fact, that I wonder how she got the job at the NAACP, and that, I don't know, I started thinking that someone here, an outsider, could get top position, and here you have someone who, you have black, both, people who are black, and they're not getting access to these positions. So I don't know whether, like one black YouTuber mentioned whether this was, how do you say, that she had so-called light skin privilege to the position. And I thought that was telling, you know. And so I just started wondering. And the position that she had at the university, you know, um, how is she able to get these positions? Is she getting in the position as a light-skinned black woman? If she were a darker-skinned black woman, would she have had that? Would she have had access to these positions? You know, that was, I think, what that one YouTuber was inquiring as well. Then I started thinking about an incident that happened last year. Remember last year, there was a woman. She is of mixed heritage. She had a black father and a Mexican mom, Vistaviano, and the guy, oh, what's his name? I can't remember his name, but he was the former owner of the L.A. Lakers, a basketball team in California, and he was uh, fired from you know he owned the team, and he was forced to give over ownership because he had said very exclamatory statements about black people because his girlfriend slash mistress um, had had audio tapes him saying these bad things about black, and that the girlfriend had pictures taken with black men, and this seemed to upset this white American fellow. So, oh, what I was going to bring up, I'm sorry, I almost forgot my point, that with that story with the former owner of the LA Lakers, that he was being recognized by the NAACP. And it's not the first time. He was given an award before for his help in the black community. But this man, um, oh, his name is Donald Sterling. That's his name, Donald Sterling. He was the former owner of the LA Lakers. And he was awarded this recognition from the NAACP. And then the second time he's going to be awarded recognition, then they canceled it, because of the scandal. So here you have the NAACP. It wasn't the same location; it's different locations, but that is the same institution. So I'm wondering why the NAACP is not doing its homework, or are they selling out within the black community? Are they only honoring people if they're giving money or something, or only if you're a lighter skin, black person and given certain positions within the organization. So I think the NAACP has to really analyze its motive, its actions, and if they really are representing black people, you know. So that's what my concern was, and I was also told that the NAACP was actually founded by white people, but then they eventually put black people to run it, but it got started by white people. So and again, the NAACP does not deny anyone access to the organization by race. I mean, you could be a white person or any race and work within the NAACP. You know, they say it's about are you able to do the job, and that's fine. You know, but uh, if she is saying that she's one particular thing, and not verify what's this person's background. All that's what I mean. You have a very important organization, and you have a lot of blacks that are suffering in the United States and all over the world, and you want people to represent you. Or was this person trying to infiltrate, trying to get information with the on the community? Was she being given information outside? And let's say her motives were pure, but she just wanted in the organization, But let's say if it's in the future, and this goes for any organization, you want people to be in an organization, especially if it's a sensitive organization. You don't want just anyone representing you. You want to make sure, are they there just to gather information on you and then use it against you? You know, we have to be really careful. And it seems like this is a real faux pas with the NAACP, and I'm disappointed again with that organization on how it's carrying itself. And I also think it might be telling, what is it telling about black women? What is it saying that an outsider could come in? I think we have to be more assertive and be more proactive in our community so that outsiders won't feel obligated. Maybe she felt obligated to do this, or maybe she didn't. But either way, an outsider came in and did what a black person should have been doing. So it's also chastising us by not being on top of our community and our needs. Not only did this person, Rachel Dolezal, work in a college level, and she was teaching black women about their hair and their history, regarding their hair texture. And again, she's sporting a hairpiece to make it look like an Afro texture hair, but her hair is blonde and straight. So, you know, if her motives were sincere and she really identifies with black people, I have no problem with that. But if someone who, if she's, lying about who her real parents are and lying about who, isn't her parent, then I have a problem with that. She could be who she wants to be, but just as long that other people know it and that she lets other people know. So how is this related to this channel and spirit journey? Um, I would say that we have to embrace ourselves. We have to be true to ourselves. And spirituality has to do with being true to yourself. And so if she's not being true to herself, or if this is a reminder that about me as a black person or a mixed race black person or people in general, we have to say, Why aren't we embracing ourselves as individuals? What could I do to accept myself wholly, you know? So this is all that I have to say about this issue. And I'd like to know what your thoughts are. Please feel free to share my video, to subscribe, to comment below, or again, to give me the thumbs up. So peace and joy. Bye-bye.